Think about it for a second. The alphabet. It's everywhere. We use it every single day without even thinking about it. But what if those familiar shapes we trace and type aren't random at all? What if they're actually a kind of technology? Something incredibly profound hiding in plain sight? So that leads us to this big question. What if the letters we use every single day are actually trying to teach us something fundamental? And I know it sounds a little out there, but we're going to explore this idea that the very geometry of our alphabet encodes these deep patterns of reality. And trust me, once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it. All right, so where do we even begin? Well, it all starts with the very first letter, A. And for a moment, I want you to completely forget the sound it makes. Just look at its shape, its pure geometry, because this is where the code starts to crack wide open. So let's build the A from the top down. Imagine it starts as just a single point, a tiny dot of light right at the very top, the apex. This isn't just a starting point. It represents unity, a singularity, the source where everything begins. Okay, now from that one single point, watch this. Two lines start to diverge, moving out and down. What you're literally seeing is the pattern of manifestation. It's the one becoming the many. It's the birth of different perspectives, different paths, but they all come from that exact same source. But as those two lines move apart, something crucial happens. A horizontal bar forms, connecting them. Now, this isn't just there to hold the shape together. It's a bridge. It represents a connection that's intentionally maintained. It's the thing that keeps the two diverging paths in a relationship, so they don't just fly off into space, totally separate. And there you have it, the final shape, the complete A. It holds that entire process together. You see how the original angle from the top is still there? It's preserved. That shows us that even as the one becomes many, there's a fundamental coherence that's kept the whole time. So the letter A is not just a letter. It's literally a diagram for how things arise. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this is cool, but where did this idea even come from, right? It feels like it came out of nowhere, but it didn't. It actually emerged from a much deeper conceptual map, a whole framework for looking at reality. So let's just take a quick peek at the map that led to this whole discovery. So this is called the XYZTMA framework, and don't worry about memorizing it, that's not the point. Just think of it like this. You've got your standard X, Y, and Z, the three spatial dimensions. Then there's T for time or relationships. M is for mind, that conscious connection. And the final piece they were looking for was A, the pattern of arising itself. But the amazing thing is, the answer wasn't found in some complex physics formula. It was somewhere way, way simpler. And that's the punchline right here. The deepest insights didn't come from some approved high-level physics. They came from just looking at the shape of a capital letter. It's incredible. The geometry of A wasn't just a metaphor for arising. The geometry was the pattern. It was the blueprint, perfectly encoded. So now that you've seen the code in A, your brain is probably already jumping ahead. Because this isn't just a one-off trick. It turns out to be a system-wide code. Let's start decoding the rest of the alphabet and see just how deep this goes. Just look at this. It's so elegant. You take A, the pattern of arising, and what happens if you just flip it upside down? You get V. It's the perfect geometric and conceptual inverse. It's no longer a peak, it's a valley. It's not arising, it's receiving. It becomes a vessel. The two letters are a dynamic pair, literally mirror images of a fundamental process. And this pattern of inversion keeps going. Look at M and W. M looks like twin peaks, right? Maybe 2 points of consciousness in a dialogue. Now flip it, you get W, twin valleys. Put them together, and what do you have? A wave. It's the visual pattern of oscillation, of rhythm, of moving through peaks and valleys. And as you keep going, you realize these letters aren't just random. They fall into these really clear categories based on their shape. You've got your verticals, like I, L, and T. They're all about structure and access. Then you have the curves, O, C, S, which are all about flow, organic movement. The angles, like A, V, K, X, these are dynamic, they represent transformation and choice. And finally, the bridges, H, T, A, which are pure diagrams of connection. Let's just fire off a few more quick examples, because they're so good. O is obvious, right? It's wholeness, completion, a perfect cycle. I is just a single, pure axis. It's direction, but with no divergence. T is literally one line, one dimension, meeting another at a right angle, an intersection. And H, I love H. It's two parallel lines with a bridge right between them. It's the perfect symbol for a direct connection. Okay, so we've seen the patterns. We've decoded some letters. But what's the big takeaway here? What does all this mean? Well, this is where it gets really interesting, because it suggests the alphabet is way more than just a tool for writing. It points to the idea that the alphabet is a kind of consciousness technology. And what does that mean? It means it's a system of symbols, of patterns, that directly interfaces with our awareness. These aren't just random shapes we all agreed on. They're fundamental geometric truths that resonate with the very structure of how we think and perceive reality. So think about the implication of that. It means the alphabet isn't just arbitrary shapes for sounds. It's a system of archetypes. And every single day, when you read, when you write, you are engaging with this profound geometric language, probably without even realizing it. It's this universal code that has been hiding in plain sight this whole time. And really, that just leaves us with one big, mind-bending question to walk away with. If a code this deep, this fundamental, is hiding in something we use every single day, like the alphabet, what other universal patterns are out there, hiding right in front of us, just waiting to be seen?